Hey everybody, welcome to Eagles Game Plan presented by Toyota, and it is quiz time for you, Mike Quick and Ike Reese. Eagles winless at home this year, but their last win at home 11 months ago was against who?
The New Orleans Saints.
The New Orleans Saints. And the Saints, out of their last 93 games, Mike Quick, 93 games, they've only given up 200 rushing yards to one team over their last 93 games. Who would that be? Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
All right, I'm just trying to put some things together here. So when you bring that win from Denver to Philadelphia, give me some guys that you're watching here bringing that win back home.
Well, let's start with the guy that made the game-changing play in the game, the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and that's Darius Big Play Slay. I mean, you got to love what Slay has been doing the last couple of weeks. I think the defensive coordinator, Jonathan Gannon, is figuring out a way to put Slay in positions that he can make plays. And more importantly, the rest of his teammates as well are making plays. And we've seen Big Play Slay take advantage when an opportunity presents itself. The ability to line up in man coverage, to have press coverage, to play zone coverage, to have the flexibility to follow the number one receiver around if he's asked to do that as well. I think we finally settled in with having one of the top corners in the league, and it's great to see that Darius is starting to live up to his name.
Don't call him Darius.
Big Play Slay. I can say it because he's not here.
All right, Mike Quick, how about for you coming back to the link?
So we're talking about this running offense, and we've talked about it for the last few weeks. And one of the main reasons this running offense is doing so well in identifying this team and what they are, who they are, Lane Johnson.
Yeah.
Since Lane Johnson has been back in the lineup, this running game is rolling, and you have to give a lot of love to Lane Johnson. There was one play in last week's game where he took the defensive end and he just tossed him out of the way. And he said, Jordan Howard, right through here. and Jordan Howard went right through the hole. But Lane Johnson has been a big part of why this team has been so successful running the football as of late.
And the Eagles are now the top rushing team in the NFC. We've got the most rushing yards in the NFL over the last month. Let's dive into that little tape study with Shane Steichen, the OC, with our own Fran Duffy.
Well, excited to welcome back here for Tape Study Eagles offensive coordinator Shane Steichen. Coach, thanks so much for joining us once again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So let's get into this offense. Obviously, coming out of the game against the Denver Broncos, so much to break down. And I wanted to start with the run game. This play here in the second half, a 15-yard run by Jordan Howard. A lot to like here, from the blocking scheme to the execution across the board. Take us through what you see first here from this play.
Yeah, well, we'll just start with Tyree Jackson here on the left side, the tight end right here. What he's going to do on this play is basically he's going to bluff the Sam linebacker. They're just in the under front right here, and he's going to go for the corner. And then Jack right here and Jordan, they're going to be double teaming back to this backside linebacker 41 right here. And then Landon's going to block back on this nose. And then Kelsey right here, he's going to pull, all right, and he's going to kick out that Sam linebacker. And then Driscoll's going to handle the 3 technique right there. And then Lane's going to be pulling around for that front side Mike linebacker spot right there. And then we're just reading the defensive end. So we're sending Rager in motion right here. It's man-to-man. The corner goes with them. You can see the backside defensive end slow playing it right there. So Jalen's going to hand this ball off to Jordan. But you can see, too, going back to Tyree, just that little bluff he does right there on the Sam linebacker gets him to settle his feet and then play back out into Tyree a little bit, which allows Kelsey to get a nice kick-out block right there on the Sam linebacker. And then you can see Lane pulling around, kicking out the inside shoulder of the Mike linebacker. And again, a really good double team by Jack right there and Jordan. And Jack coming off to that backside linebacker. And then Jordan seeing it and hitting it downhill and then splitting the defense right there, coming through that thing. So heck of a play, well executed play. And then again, the finish right here by Jordan with the ball security, high and tight right there. Heck of a run.
Coach, it's one of those things where you look at the tight ends, you have the influence from Tyree Jackson, the great job on the double team. Speak about those guys, 2 young players that had to step in after the injury to Dallas Goedert, and what you've seen from these young guys since you've been here.
Yeah, no doubt. Those guys have definitely stepped up. Jack and Tyree have done a heck of a job. Tyree playing quarterback and now playing tight end, and what he's been able to do the last 2 weeks has been fantastic. Coach Jason Michael does a heck of a job with those guys, getting them prepared week in and week out.
And then with Jordan, one of the things we've always talked about with him here on the show is he's got that skill set where he can be a tone setter early for an offense and then a closer late, and that's certainly the role he's played here the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, no, he's done a heck of a job. Again, he's played a lot of football in this league, and so he's running it well right now. Again, he's seeing it well. He's hitting it downhill. He's being physical, and he's been able to break a lot of tackles and create these explosive plays in the run game that we need.
So let's now focus to Jalen Hurts and the pass game here, Coach, and obviously an outstanding performance from Jalen in this game against the Broncos. This completion here, a 24-yarder to Dallas Goedert on 3rd and 12, one that certainly stands out.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Anytime you can convert on 3rd downs and keep the chains moving, it's obviously big for us. Right here, they're in man-to-man. They're bringing this backer right here over Kelsey. They showed this blitz on tape quite a bit, but a really good job by the offensive line. You can see they're setting this pick game up right here, and then they're passing this thing off, and it allows Jordan, they're bringing a 5-man rush, so he's able to get out on the route, and number 22, Jackson back there, is covering him man-to-man. And then you can see right here just Jalen taking a 5-step, feeling the rush, not seeing the rush, and this is just great subtle movement right here by Jalen in the pocket, stepping up, keeping 2 hands on the ball, and setting his target line to Dallas right here for a big-time 3rd down conversion. And a credit to Brian Johnson, our quarterback coach. I mean, he does these drills all the time with Jalen in pre-practice, and it's starting to pay off.
Coach Sirianni talked about it earlier this week where, maybe earlier in the season you may have seen Jalen, especially when he squares up to the line of scrimmage, when he steps up, maybe that's an opportunity where he might take the chance to run with the football, but his ability to stick with this play, keep his eyes downfield, shows that growth that he's made.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can create these explosive plays in the pass game, keeping your eyes down the field and not having to take a hit right there by running it and getting that big play, obviously that's big time.
And then this was a game where you saw his ability to make plays against man coverage, both whether it was with his legs or with his arm. That was a good example. Also against the blitz and cover 0, a great example here down in the red zone. What is the offense seeing in this play?
Yeah, so right here, they're showing a man-to-man look right here, and this is one of those deals this team showed. They're going to bring the linebacker off the turn. So if Kelsey was turning right, they were going to bring this linebacker to the left, and if Kelsey would have slid it to the left, the linebacker to the right would have came here. So right here, we are hot in this situation. So we're going to be hot off this linebacker right here, and then you can see Jordan Mailata. I know that Jalen sees this right here. We got a corner route on by Jack over here, and then Devontae's running a crossing route. But Jordan Mailata right here, he's stuck on the defensive end. He sees this guy free, so we're sifting this on the backside. It's just a late, and so he kind of comes back inside to take that hit off Jalen. But great job by Jalen right here, staying in the pocket, staying calm right here, and hitting that open window to Devontae for a big-time touchdown there.
Eagles Game Plan is brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers, proud automotive partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. NovaCare Rehabilitation, the power of physical therapy. And by Pepsi, your official soft drink of your Philadelphia Eagles.
He is at the 50. He's at the 45. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He's at the 30. Back goes Hurts. He steps up. He looks. He fires. He completes it. 1st down and more. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Hurts carries the football. He's at the 10. He's at the 15. He's got a 1st down. There's Hurts. He's back. He is floating the football. It is caught. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts looks anything but like a rookie.
Yeah, how about that? First NFL win for Jalen Hurts last year against the Saints. Eagles rushed for 246 yards. And get this, Jalen Hurts has the 2nd best quarterback rating in the NFL over the last 3 weeks. So Mike Quick, what did you like from Jalen in Denver?
I just think he played his very best game, and certainly his best half. In that 1st half, he was perfect. He made all the right decisions. He knew when to run the football. He knew when to, at the line of scrimmage, change plays. He got them out of some tough situations at the line of scrimmage. I just thought he was very decisive when it was time for him to run, taking off running. I thought in passing the football, he knew where to go with the football, and a lot more of that could go a long ways.
Yeah, but the running game, it's going to be a lot tougher because the Saints are giving up only 73 rushing yards a game. Absolutely best run defense in the NFL, so it's going to get a lot tougher. With more on that, here is Enemy Intel with Greg Cosell.
Last week, we spoke about how difficult a Vic Fangio defense could be, and you have to give the Eagles coaching staff and Jalen Hurts and the offense a ton of credit. They handled it extremely well on the way to an impressive victory. Well, you know, in the NFL, there's nothing easy. And this week, they face another tough defensive coordinator and difficult defense to play against in Dennis Allen and the Saints. And they're particularly difficult on third down. There is a lot of disguise. There's a lot of late movement. There's a lot of pressure fronts. And I want to show you a play from last week that's extremely representative of the kinds of things that the Saints do and the Eagles are likely to see when they get to third down. So what you see here is a 7-man front pressure look. Now we know not all 7 will come, but let's look at what's behind it. Right now it looks like it's a single high safety with man-to-man. That's the pre-snap look for the quarterback. But that's not what it will be when the ball's snapped. When the ball's snapped, what you get is cover 2, and you actually get an extra underneath defender because they will only rush 3. So that is phenomenal disguise pre-snap, late movement to get to something totally different from the look before the snap. Now let's go to the end zone angle and take a look at the pass rush. Remember, it's only a 3-man pass rush, but what did that pressure front show? It forced the offense to have to protect a certain way. And what you get here is one-on-one on the outside with Marcus Davenport and Cameron Jordan. Davenport is the player to focus on because he simply, with a speed-to-power rush, blows up the left tackle and drives him right back into Ryan Tannehill. Now, Davenport, Jordan, these are big dudes on the outside, and it's going to be a really good matchup for the Eagles' offensive tackles in this game. But the key point here, and this is something to watch, it'll be a critical element of the game, will be third down when the Saints are in their dime and when they show different front looks and a lot of disguise and late movement. I am really anxious to see Jalen Hurts coming off an outstanding game and this Eagles offense match up to the Saints defense on third down.
All right, Greg Cosell talking about third downs there. The Eagles are the best third down team in the NFL over the last 3 weeks. Pretty amazing, converting over 54%. How about the Saints defense when it comes to third downs and other areas? How are they going to attack the Eagles?
Well, I think early in the down, you're going to see the Saints play a lot of cover 4, a lot of zone coverage early in the downs. But when you get to third downs, they like to go a lot of man coverage. And last week, the Eagles had a lot of success versus man coverage. And the biggest play that they had running the football was a 31-yard run by Jalen Hurts. And if you watch this play, you'll see Jalen Hurts, and right away he recognized that they're in man coverage. He sets his feet to throw the football, but you can see the backs of jerseys now. You can see the backs of the defenders, so right away he's decisive. He takes off down the left side, and he's going to see a lot of that on third down against the Saints and opportunities for them to take advantage of man coverage. They did well passing the football versus man coverage, and they also did well as he ran the ball versus man.
Unbelievable physical play. How am I supposed to say, Gardner? How am I supposed to say it? Physicality? Where you at?
Not physicalness. Physicality.
Physicalness, physicality. We took it to the... Great job. We're road warriors now. Let's go out there and now we gotta go get a home win. All right? Now we gotta go get a home win and get 2 in a row. All right? And it starts this week. All right? But the physical play was unbelievable. All right? Listen now. Round 11 starts tomorrow because I need you guys to come in and get tested. If you want to flush your bodies, come in. But I'll see you guys Wednesday.
Oh, that Eagles locker room was popping. A lot of fun in there. And how about the Eagles defense? They held the Broncos to 1 for 5 in the red zone. That was really impressive. What did you like about the Birds defense in Denver?
Well, our third down defense has certainly improved. And against Denver, they were able to get them in third and long situations, right? We've talked all year about being creative on that side of the ball, trying to come up with ways to pressure the quarterback. We've done that with much more frequency the last few weeks, whether it be via the blitzing or like what we saw in this game at times in third third and long situations, coming up with different games to run up front with just your 4 defensive linemen. Let's take a look at a play here. You get a 3rd and 11 situation. You're going to get a 4-man pressure here, but you get a TT game, tackle game being run between Javon Hargrave and Fletcher Cox, our 2 best defensive linemen. So they're going to garner a ton of attention. You look at the interior part of this Broncos offensive line, they certainly had to pay attention to these 2 guys with 3 guys. So what that does, it gives our edge rushers the opportunity to rush the passer in one-on-one situations, and you got to take advantage of it. Here's where Derek Barnett is able to get a sack based on the pressure that's coming up through the middle. Javon Hargrave forces Teddy Bridgewater off his spot right into the arms of Derek Barnett. Great game, great stunt up front between Javon and Fletcher, but more importantly, great job by Derek Barnett taking advantage of the one-on-one situation he had on the outside to get this sack. The more we get in 3rd and long situations, the more Jonathan Gannon can mix up what he wants to do, whether that means 5-man pressure, 6-man pressure, or just giving line stunts between the D linemen up front.
Well, the Eagles only have 1 sack at home this year, so hopefully they can get that going, a little sack party at the Link. And with more on how they're going to attack Trevor Siemian, here is Enemy Intel with Greg Cosell.
The Eagles defense, coming off its best game of the season a week ago against the Denver Broncos, faces the New Orleans Saints this week. And they're going to get a backup quarterback in Trevor Siemian. Now, Siemian has meaningful starts in the NFL, and you can line up and play with Trevor Siemian as your quarterback because he's the kind of quarterback that can run your offense. And let me explain what I mean by that. Siemian is a ball distributor and an executor. He's a pocket quarterback who needs the pass game concepts to present the reads and the throws. In that context, he can be patient, he can be decisive, he can efficiently execute a balanced, well-schemed offense that allows him to do those things. That's what Trevor Siemian is. And he started the last 2 games, and he's been effective. And in fact, in both of those games, he led late 4th quarter touchdown drives that were very, very impressive. And I want to take a look at one throw from last week's game that was really nice. It was on the final touchdown drive against the Tennessee Titans. They didn't win the game, but this was a really nice drive and a very impressive throw. And this is just what I mean about executing the offense. They got a lot of cover 4 last week from the Tennessee Titans. So Sean Payton did a really nice job of dialing up routes to attack cover 4. And here you can see that Marquez Callaway is going to run a corner route into the void in cover 4. But what I really like about Siemian is notice the little shoulder roll. This is a veteran quarterback at work. The little shoulder roll, and that brings the corner, Jackrabbit Jenkins, up. So it creates the space in the void for the throw to Callaway. That's the kind of quarterback Siemian is. So Eagles fans, don't sleep on him just because he's a backup quarterback. Siemian can make throws and he can be efficient working the ball down the field.
All right, welcome back to Eagles Game Plan presented by Toyota. The Birds offense is averaging 33 points a game over their last 3 games. But, man, this Saints run defense is tough. They hit you behind the line of scrimmage, so a big test for the Eagles offensive line. What are you looking at, Eagles Saints?
Well, no doubt about it. You're talking about strength versus strength. The Eagles run game has become the strength of this team, and obviously going up against the #1 rushing defense in the league, we're going to see who gives first, right? That Saints defense is nasty. They'll get after you. Davis in there as the middle linebacker certainly sets the tone for those guys. But I like the fact that we have the X factor in Jalen Hurts. You know, most of the offenses the Saints have faced this year, the quarterback doesn't possess the skill set that Jalen Hurts has. Right. So he becomes the X factor in our running game. He's the one guy you can't account for, and the Saints love to play man-to-man defense. You do that a lot in this game, Jalen Hurts is going to make you pay for it. So I like the matchup with our running game versus the Saints rushing defense.
I really like the matchup of the Eagles defense, especially the front versus the Saints O-line. They're missing their left tackle. They're missing their left guard. Both those guys are being replaced. And watching the game last week, the right guard, Cesar Ruiz, gave up 2 sacks in the first half of the game. So I like what they're doing, the Eagles defensively, and I like the fact that they can attack this offensive line and break them down, and then everything else kind of works off of that.
All right, well, the Eagles have 4 wins on the road dogs, but Time to get one
Time
at
to
the
get
link.
one at the
Time
link.
to
Yes,
get one at the link. It's been
house.
11 months. Last one, as we said, against the Saints. Thanks for watching Eagles Game Plan presented by Toyota. Check out the kickoff show on PhiladelphiaEagles.com at 12:10. Eagles are favored at home. Enjoy the game.
Eagles Game Plan is brought to you by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers, proud automotive partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. NovaCare Rehabilitation, the power of physical therapy. And by Pepsi, your official soft drink of your Philadelphia Eagles.